So we should start your engines.
Okay. We're good, no drop frames. In 60 seconds. We're good to go.
Do you have a temperature gauge in here?
Yep, it's on
Where
the
is
dash.
it?
There it is,
What
70
is it?
degrees.
70 degrees.
How about that, Bob? in
74.
November? 70 degrees.
That is pretty good.
That's why we love North Dakota fall.
No, it is a great season if you get one. If you get a fall, it's fabulous.
Okay, guys, we are live.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Road Tripping with Bob. Today's journey begins at historic Tabor Hall, Lichty Center Tabor Hall, on the beautiful campus of the University of Jamestown. And my guest today is none other than Executive Vice President Polly Peterson. And our topic is going to be the Capitol campaign. I know this is a topic you've all been just waiting to hear about, and you're already ducking under your sofas and your chairs at work because you're afraid that we're going to ask you for money or something. But we're going to talk about the Capitol campaign because Polly is the leader of the pack in that effort. And we want to ask some questions so that everybody can better understand what it is that we're trying to do on this beautiful fall day in Jamestown, where the temperature is now 70 degrees. It's a fabulous day. I think it's a record temperature today. So with that little introduction, I'd like to ask Polly a pretty basic question, and that is, why do colleges like Jamestown organize Capitol campaigns?
Well, Bob, you know, small colleges, especially like ours, but all colleges are in a position where many things need to get done that you can't always do from tuition alone. Things like building projects, scholarships and affordability, all those things need to happen, and sometimes we can't expect that those are all that we're gonna be able to run our operations strictly through tuition and fees. So fortunately, we have some very generous alumni and friends of the university who love it and are willing to help us in that area.
And as you say that, we're just happening by the McKenna Thielsch building and the Our Lady Hall renovation, both of which have been tremendous additions to campus life, and they're part of this campaign, aren't they? Could you explain a little bit about the role that those two buildings play as the foundation for this campaign?
Well, that's right, Bob. The science building and lab facility was sort of the anchor to this campaign. We had a very special donor from the class of 1943, Margaret McKenna Thielsch from Edgeley, who gave the anchor gift to that, and we were able to build a fabulous lab facility and renovate entirely Our Lady Hall so that it's hardly recognizable as it's now used for office and classroom space. Beautiful space that I can't wait for people to come back and see next year as we dedicate and have the all-school celebration.
Mm-hmm. Now, we had a Capitol campaign when I first came to the college. That was a $30 million goal. How does that campaign stack up to the current campaign?
Well, that was a wonderful campaign. It was our first comprehensive campaign, and it was a success story. The goal was 30 million, and we raised 34. This campaign is really, Bob, double that. It aligns very concisely with our strategic plan. And so several of the things that we've been doing growth-wise in the areas of program and student enrichment, affordability, those all were part of strategic initiatives that we needed to work hard to achieve outside funding through the Capitol campaign. It's a $60 million campaign, and I know that makes us all kind of gulp once in a while, but we're almost 2/3 there, Bob.
Yeah, that's amazing. Tremendous progress. It's a lot of work by a lot of people and a lot of organization on your part as well. How is that $60 million apportioned as far as how it's going to be used specifically?
Well, I like to think of it almost in thirds. They're almost equal parts. The first being academic excellence. There we are working on new programs, the physical therapy program, a master's in leadership program, a master's in counseling program, and mechanical engineering we've added, are in the process of adding right now. That represented a third of our campaign, $20 million. The second piece was facilities to help support those programs. A new athletic arena and the new science building were included in that, as well as renovating the chapel and developing an alumni center in the old West, in what we called Westminster, which is now the NAFIS Alumni Center. A big piece of that, though, was, like I mentioned, the arena project, which we're just driving by right now. $15 million project, and we've raised about $12.5 million towards that goal. Just about there. We're hoping that we can fully fund that so that we are able to avoid having to take long-term financing to pay for that project. So that's what we're working on right now.
And that's the kind of gift, when you ship gifts, the idea that one family, the Newman family, would be willing to step up and make one of the absolute most wonderful gifts we could ever have hoped for to launch that project is what stimulates interest in many other major donors to that project. It's really a tribute to all of those that have cared so deeply about the college over a period of many years, whether they're community members or alumni. And that is a story that just continues to be told, isn't it? That's one thread that we have in common through the years. During campaigns, in between campaigns, there always are people who see the need to step up and support the vision and the future of the University of Jamestown.
It's very hard to raise funds in a capital campaign without the generosity of some lead donors.
Yeah.
So you're right, in the case of the arena, the Newman family, Harold Newman family, stepped up and gave the largest gift, one-time gift in the school's history. And since then, we're about 15 months past that announcement, and the rest has come very, very quickly. So we're really gracious and grateful to them for their graciousness in helping us with this project.
So those of us who can't give in the seven-figure category, why is it important for us to get involved in the campaign? If I'm a younger alum who obviously is getting started in my career, I don't have the wherewithal to build buildings. If I'm an alum living in retirement and I've got to watch my budget, why is it important for me to write a check or remember the college in some way that relates to deferred giving? What is it about campaigns that requires a broad level of participation to be successful? It's not just the 60 million, is it?
No, it sure isn't. That's a great point. The third part of the campaign is the scholarship piece. And that can happen in two ways. Some people set up endowments, and others give to the annual fund that support local or more immediate needs of the school and more immediate scholarship needs. Every single gift, a lot of times people say, oh, what difference does my $25 make or my $5 make? But it does matter because, we are a very good quality school as ranked by U.S. News and World Report, and foundations consider our strength by looking at the alumni participation. And when our alumni don't participate, that's a sign that, they ask those questions. Why don't alumni participate in giving back to the institution? And our goal has always been to be about 25%, about 1 in 4 alumni giving back to the institution. And so we need everybody to do that. That means, even if it's just a little bit, just to show that you're out there and that you appreciate what we're doing. It's sort of a sign of support in what we're doing. And so every dollar matters. Sometimes that means people aren't able to do something now, but they're able to leave something in their will or something like that. And all those gifts count in the campaign as well.
Yeah. Well, now we're driving past the Hansen Center that faces on Allen Field. And that project is going to begin about the same time that the new building opens up next fall. So could you say a word about what we're planning to do there initially in the first phase of that renovation?
Well, this is really a neat project. This is maybe the first time we've ever really thought about a student union type of space. And this will be in the lower level of the Hansen Center. For some of us who used to participate, this was the old weight room. It was the old swimming pool way back when.
Wrestling.
The old wrestling room. This is going to become a second space for evening activity where students can hang out. The whole lower level will be renovated into an eating place, gaming opportunities, maybe bowling, 5-pin bowling. We can't wait. The students are going to be very involved in establishing kind of what they're looking for in activities, and then we will design the project around that. And that too took a lead gift from the daughter of the Hansens, Joida, who has named that lower level the J House, and we can't wait to see what that turns into.
I think the J House is going to symbolize high quality campus living here at Jamestown, and that's something that really has been on the rise in recent years as we've renovated all the dormitories or residence halls, depending on what area you're in school. And it's exciting to see that that student life is receiving so much attention and focus going forward, because residential life in a college like Jamestown, that's where people grow and spend their time, and this campaign is really going to contribute to a richer, better life for students while they're in school here, and we're excited about that.
We sure are.
So, Polly, I think unless you've got a closing, I haven't really let you just say what you want to say, so I'll do that now. If you'd like to offer any final thoughts about the importance of the campaign, and also how people can come back to campus next fall to join in.
Well, that's probably the biggest thing of all, is that we just welcome our alumni back. We're planning a all-school celebration over homecoming next year, September 28th to October 1st. So all of you alumni out there, mark your calendars. We really hope that we have a huge turnout. We're hearing from a lot of people. We're reserving all the hotels in town because we don't want anyone to miss out on having an opportunity for a place to stay. So come back, see what's been done here. It's easy for us to talk about, but when you come back, you remember your visit here when you first thought about coming to school here, and you went, this is where I seem like I fit. And you still fit. Alumni still fit. You're going to be so proud. So come back, see what we're doing, and have fun.
And we'll see you all next fall back on campus, and we'll be celebrating the opening of a beautiful new arena for sports and all of the other great things that have been happening in relation to this capital campaign. And Polly, we thank you for filling us in on the importance of the campaign and ways in which people have been involved and can become involved. It's crucial to the future prosperity of this college and the students it serves.
Yep. Thank you all out there for supporting the university and loving it.
So that concludes this episode of Road Tripping with Bob, and we'll keep chugging along in future episodes, so stay tuned. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.